On March 26, 2025, news broke that NBA YoungBoy, the Baton Rouge-born rapper whose real name is Kentrell Deshaun Galden, had walked out of federal prison. Initial reports suggested that he had either been transferred to a halfway house or was on his way home, with confirmation pending. Later, it was verified that YoungBoy had indeed returned to his residence. Upon arriving home, he wasted no time jumping on a FaceTime call with streamer Adin Ross, a moment that quickly circulated among fans. Music commentator Academics followed, up with additional details, revealing that he had spoken to YoungBoy's manager and confirmed that the rapper was home, spending time with his family. However, his release came with conditions: a 30-day curfew and a requirement to remain at a designated location. Fans were urged to be patient as YoungBoy adjusted, with promises of a tour in the works. 2025 is YoungBoy's year, Academics declared, though he hinted that the circumstances of the rapper's release weren't as straightforward as they seemed. The events leading to YoungBoy's release paint a complex picture of legal battles, fan loyalty, and a criminal justice system that doesn't easily forgive. Just before his court hearing, an inmate recorded YoungBoy packing his belongings in prison, preparing to make his case for freedom. When he arrived at the hearing, an unexpected twist unfolded. A fan hacked into the court's Zoom call, shouting, "Free YoungBoy, free!" The outburst prompted a stern reminder from the court for participants to stay muted, but YoungBoy, entering shortly after, couldn't hide his amusement. He laughed and smiled, visibly uplifted by the support. During the proceedings, he signed a legal document acknowledging his understanding of English and noting his education level as 8th grade, a detail that would later spark discussion about his background and the systemic challenges he's faced. Despite the optimism surrounding his release, there's a lingering possibility that YoungBoy could return to jail. Court files reveal the origins of his legal troubles, dating back to March 10, 2021, when he was arrested on charges of firearm possession by a convicted felon and possession of an unregistered firearm. The incident occurred while he was filming a music video in a random neighborhood. Surrounded by friends, YoungBoy was dancing on the hood of a car, playing loud music, and allegedly brandishing firearms in the air. A concerned resident called the police, reporting a group of men waving guns. When officers arrived, they immediately recognized YoungBoy, a known felon, and detained him. Body camera footage from the arrest captures a telling exchange. As the officer approaches and cuffs him, YoungBoy protests with a mix of frustration and charisma, calling the cop Big Dog. "Yo, Big Dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? I didn't do nothing. You could search me. I got nothing on me," he says, his tone almost playful despite the gravity of the situation. The officer, unmoved, places him in the squad car while YoungBoy continues, "Yo, man, what you doing, Big Dog? Why?" The interaction highlights a disconnect. YoungBoy genuinely didn't seem to grasp the severity of his actions under federal law. To him, it was just another day in the life, making music, having fun with his crew. But for the authorities, it was a clear violation, amplified by his prior convictions. The stakes escalated when YoungBoy's cameraman attempted to delete the music video footage, aware that it could incriminate the rapper. Police confiscated the camera before the deletion was complete, securing evidence of YoungBoy holding firearms. His legal team fought to suppress the footage, arguing that the seizure violated his constitutional rights. Initially, a federal judge sided with YoungBoy, ruling the evidence inadmissible. However, the government appealed to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which overturned the decision, allowing prosecutors to use the video against him. Realizing the case was slipping away, YoungBoy's team pivoted to a plea deal. Before sentencing, the judge offered a rare moment of compassion. Addressing YoungBoy directly, she lamented how his talent and potential had been robbed by addiction and legal troubles. "Mr. Galden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential can be robbed of that when they start to really struggle," she said. "I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping that once you're done with your federal prison time, you can be really successful on federal probation and have a bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you." With that, she sentenced him to 23 months, a term that, thanks to credit from another Louisiana case and skillful lawyering, was reduced to just 3 or 4 months behind bars. YoungBoy's release came sooner than expected, partly due to overcrowded jails. On March 3, 2025, rapper Rich the Kid, in an interview with Academics, predicted Youngboy's imminent freedom alongside peers like Drake and Lil Durk. "Hip-hop is due," Rich said. "YB has to stay out of jail. We're thirsty for his music." The anticipation proved correct, and Youngboy walked free. But his troubles are far from over. A separate pending case threatens his newfound liberty. Years. Earlier, Youngboy skipped a court appearance for an out-of-state matter, triggering additional charges. The situation escalated when the FBI got involved, staking out his Louisiana mansion. One day, as agents watched, Youngboy sped out in his car, sparking a high-speed chase. Initially, he complied, pulling over when instructed, but as an agent approached, he floored it, weaving through traffic before abandoning his vehicle and fleeing on foot. Dressed impractically in designer shoes, skinny jeans, a jacket, and chains, he didn't get far. A fan captured the surreal scene, shouting encouragement as Youngboy dashed through a backyard, only to be swarmed by police moments later. Taken into custody, he refused to give a statement, insisting he hadn't committed a crime. Facing serious charges, speed racing, resisting arrest, and more, Youngboy's wealth and legal team secured a $540,000 bond with 2 properties worth over $1.5 million as collateral. A California judge allowed him to avoid house arrest, requiring only an ankle monitor and permitting travel. However, a Louisiana judge reviewing the same facts could rule differently, potentially jeopardizing his freedom. The inconsistency underscores the unpredictable nature of his legal battles. Youngboy's history suggests a pattern of self-sabotage. Early in his career, he collaborated widely and built a loyal fan base with hits like Outside Today. But in recent years, he's courted controversy, beefing with peers and stacking evidence against himself. One notable feud erupted when NLE Choppa released Free Youngboy in solidarity, only for Youngboy to later diss the late King Von in Bring the Hook. The move alienated Choppa and others, who felt it was disrespectful to target someone who couldn't respond. Academics tweeted, "Youngboy on Demon Time right now." But Lil Reese countered, "That ain't no demon time, he just rapping like the rest of these rappers." Choppa, switching sides, told Academics, "He's not able to defend his name, bro. It was just unfortunate how it happened." In a DJ Vlad interview, Choppa dismissed Youngboy's subsequent diss track as entertainment, though he urged the rapper to set a better example for his young fans. Another falling out with Louisiana native Jay Da Youngin further illustrates Youngboy's volatility. The two collaborated on Up With Me after Jay praised Youngboy's music, predicting a historic partnership. But tensions flared when Jay shared a snippet of an unreleased Youngboy track online. Youngboy demanded, "Its removal, writing, delete this now. I don't know how you even got my song. I don't mess around like that." Jay fired back, refusing to tolerate disrespect. Their beef spilled into music, with Jay alleging in 38K that Youngboy's baby mama had been with him, while Youngboy taunted Jay in person and online. Now free, Youngboy faces a pivotal moment. Prosecutors often target rappers post-release to make examples of them, and his extensive criminal record, paired with a tendency to self-snitch through lyrics and actions, leaves him vulnerable. Fans and peers alike hope he'll refocus on music and avoid the pitfalls that have defined his recent years. As the judge said, his talent is undeniable, but realizing his potential requires staying out of trouble, a challenge that, for NBA Youngboy, has proven easier said than done.